Yes, so I'm going to show you how I install Windows 11 on computers which don't meet minimum requirements. So the contents for this presentation are: introduction, does your machine meet the requirements to install Windows 11, the physical peripherals that you'll need to do the installation, you'll have to back up your files, you'll have to download some applications. It's better off to record your Windows 10 product key that you currently have. It's better off to record your username and password that you'll be using for your Windows 11 installation. You'll create a Windows 10 installation USB drive in case you'll need it to revert back to Windows 10, just in case you want to do that. And then you'll create a Windows 11 USB drive, install Windows 11, install Windows 11 updates, install the drivers, and that'll be your final stage where Windows 11 will be installed properly, and then the outro for the presentation. So introduction for this presentation: Windows 10 end of support. That means that Microsoft won't give you any updates, any security updates to Windows 10 anymore. So it's best to move on to Windows 11 on your machine so you can get security updates, etc. So, but the problem is that Windows 11 has minimum requirements to install it. And if your machine doesn't meet the Windows 11 requirements, you won't be able to install Windows 11 on your machine. As I've come to dub this Windows 11. You're not allowed to have Windows 11 on your machine if it's not good enough. It's like a nightclub, or you're not allowed in. You're not cool enough. You're not allowed in. So it's just a waste of your computer if you throw it away. It's not necessary. Where does this stop? Where does it stop? They'll be able to tell you that your future computers aren't good enough if you just put up with it. So what can you do about it? You can either change your operating system to Linux, or you can create a Windows 11 installation USB that removes the minimum requirements necessary for Windows 11 installation. That's what I'm going to do here. I'll teach you how to do that now. So, does your machine meet the requirements for Windows 11? I'm going to show you how to check. I'll show you how to check if your machine meets the requirements. So in Windows 10, you have to go to Windows Updates. Then you'll download a health check application. You use the health check application to check to see if your Windows 10 machine meets the Windows 11 requirements. If successful, Windows 11 can be installed without modifications. If unsuccessful, an error message is given when you're installing Windows 11 on that machine, and it won't allow you to proceed with installation. So, and then if that's the case, then you'll need to use a modified Windows 11 installation USB to install Windows 11. So, and then I'll show you now, I'm going to show you now how to do that. And then I'll also show you what happens when you try to install Windows 11 on a machine that doesn't meet requirements. So we're in Windows 10 here. We're going to check to see if this machine meets minimum requirements for installing Windows 11. What you do, you go Start, Settings, Update and Security. And this is the reason why you're going to have to upgrade to Windows 11, because you won't get any more updates, any more security updates. Very important because of hackers and stuff. You need your security updates. So you need to go over here to check hardware requirements. Take you to this web page. I'll tell you about all the system requirements that you need. Your processor, your RAM, storage, trusted platform module, graphics card even. Oh my god. But basically, in order to find out if your machine is going to meet requirements, you need to go here. You say PC Health Check App. Takes you down to the bottom of the screen. It says download PC Health Check App. Downloads up here to the top right. Come on, hurry up. Open file. Accept the terms and conditions. Install the Health Check App. Open, and on the finish it says open. Okay, so just show this to highlight this here. Introducing Windows 11. Let's check if this PC meets system requirements. If it does, you can get free upgrade when it's available. So check now. This PC doesn't currently meet Windows 11 system requirements. It says it doesn't have TPM2 and the processor isn't currently supported. See all results. It says a secure boot and 4 gigs of RAM is everything necessary. So it doesn't meet the requirements on 2 different cases. But I'm going to show you that you can still install Windows 11 on this machine, even though it doesn't meet the necessary Windows 11 requirements. So but I'll show you what happens next when I try to install Windows 11 on this machine without doing any modifications to the USB drive. So I'll do that now. Yes, so I'm going to try and install Windows 11 on this Windows 10 machine with an unmodified USB drive for Windows 11 installation, and then I show that it gives you an error message you can't install. So I have a Windows 11 USB plugged in, and I'm going to boot from it now. So I'm going to restart. I'm going to restart the computer. Then I'm going to log into the BIOS. So it's a Dell machine. So in order to log into the BIOS, I'm going to have to hit F12 once the machine reboots. Right, so it's going to log in. So I'm going to say boot. I want to say boot from USB. If you can see that, boot from USB drive. So I'm going to just go through this quick. Next, install Windows 11. I agree. Next. If you think we're ready. Here, I don't know if it comes up well in the recording, because sometimes it doesn't come up on some machines well. But it says this PC doesn't currently meet Windows 11 system requirements. Here's why: the PC must support TPM2. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to log into the BIOS settings, and I'm going to show you that this computer doesn't have TPM2, just to clarify that it doesn't. So I'm going to do that now. Wasn't allowed to install Windows 11, so we're just going to reboot it now and show you that this machine does not have TPM2. So hit F12 again when the machine is rebooting to log into the BIOS. BIOS setup. Down here on the left hand side, security, TPM 1.2. So it has TPM, Trusted Platform Module, but it's not 2.0, it's 1.2. And this is the problem. Where does it stop with this here? So, your computer is TPM 1.2, but you're going to have TPM 2.0. What happens then a few years down the line? You'll have to have TPM 2.2. This is where it's going. So it's getting silly. So I don't want to have to do that. Like I want to install Windows 11 if I want to install it on whatever machine I want to install it. So I'll show you how to create a Windows 11 USB installation drive that removes the minimum requirements now. So here's the physical peripherals I recommend to continue on with this install process. You'll have to back up your files, so you'll need some media to install it on. So USB drives, external hard drives, network assisted storage to do the backups onto, and then you'll need a couple of USB drives, one to install Windows 10 installation on, and one to install Windows 11 installation on. They had to be 16 gigabytes minimum, and I recommend using the fastest USB ports possible so that you can do the installations quicker. Yeah, so you should back up your files before you continue on with the installation process, or you could end up losing them. So I recommend you back up any personal files on the backup media. 2 to 3 backups preferably on your choice of USB sticks, external hard drives, network assisted storage. Back up any email accounts and password info. You want to back up your web browser bookmarks, and you want to take note of any applications installed on your machine so you can reinstall them back on Windows 11. Yeah, so you'll need to download some applications in order to proceed with the Windows 11 installation. I recommend creating a backup installation of your Windows 10 just so you can go back to it if you have to. So you'll need a Windows 10 USB tool. You'll need a Windows 11 ISO. You'll need Nearsoft product key scanner so you can get your Windows 10 product key and record it because you might need it to install your Windows 11. And then you'll need Rufus, which creates the Windows 11 installation USB. I'll show you how to do this now. Yeah, so I'm going to download the Windows 10 installation tool. Creates USB. I'm going to say Windows 10 installation. We should go to the Microsoft link, not some hacker link. Downloading spyware. The Windows 10. Create Windows 10 installation media. Download now. It's downloaded up at the top right hand corner. You go to the directory where it's downloaded to. See, it's downloaded to this PC. Downloads. There it is. There. Media creation tool. 2022 second half. Yeah, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to down the Windows 11 ISO, which I'll need that to create the installation USB drive. Type in Windows 11 ISO. And make sure you go to the Microsoft site again. Don't go to some fraud sites filled with viruses. Create Windows 11. Download Windows 11 disk image. This is what I want. Download now. English International for me. Confirm. Download Windows 11 English International 64-bit download. Click it. Top right here. You can see it's downloading. You can see the file size is 7.2 gigabytes. So that's what's saying you should have a 16 gigabyte USB drive. Just in case, because if you do this in future, Windows 11, it might be 7.2 gigabytes now. In future, it might be 7.5 gigabytes. But further on, it could be closer. It could be 8 gigabytes. You understand? So 16 gigabyte USB drive, and then if you need to, you continuously reinstall the latest version of Windows 11 onto that USB drive. You'll always have a USB drive that can install the latest version of Windows 11. So I'm going to download the Nearsoft product key scanner, and it'll be able to give you your Windows 10 product key that you might need when you're installing Windows 11. So I'm going to go Edge. I'm going to type in Nearsoft. Nearsoft product key scanner for Windows. That's exactly what I need. The web page, down to download product key scanner 64-bit, and just open up and see this downloaded. There it is, downloaded. Yeah, so gonna download Rufus which allows you to install a modified version of Windows 11 USB. So we'll just go Rufus, ISO, Rufus create bootable USB drives. Consent. Download. I need Rufus 4.11 actually. That's what I need there. No, get away. Rufus. Download it. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm just going to show you the file list for the downloaded files, just to make sure you've got everything. Downloads. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 files to download. And what I'm going to do for myself, I'm going to back these files up onto USB for me, so that if I need any of them on my Windows 11 build, I can use them. Yeah, so you might have to record your Windows 10 product key. Your Windows 10 product key will be used for Windows 11. Use product key scanner to display the Windows 10 product key and record it safely, because you might need it again in future. This may be needed when installing Windows 11. It might not be needed because Windows 11 might be able to pick it up from the BIOS if it's saved in the BIOS, but if it's not saved in the BIOS, then you'll need to record your Windows 10 product key safely. And I'm going to show you how to scan for your Windows product key now. Yes, I'm going to record. I'm going to view my Windows 10 product key, so I might have to use it on Windows 10 and Windows 11 installation. So I'll go to my downloads where I downloaded the Nersoft product key scanner. Downloads, product key scanner. I'm going to copy this and put it onto the desktop, and then I'm going to extract it. Extract all, extract to the desktop. Let's open it up. Product key scanner, and double click on the application. Hit OK. Brings up your product keys, your product names, Windows 10, and those will be your Windows 10 activation keys. And so record them in this from this column here, product key, and if you need it when installing Windows 11, you'll have it. Yeah, so record your username and password that you'll be using on your Windows 11 installation, because if you forget it, you're going to have to reinstall Windows 11. So create and record the administrator username and password in advance of installation. If you forget the password, you'll be locked out of Windows and you'll need to reinstall again. Keep the admin username and password safe. Absolutely top tip, because I've had to reinstall Windows 11 several times because I forgot the password shortly after I installed Windows 11. So next we'll create a Windows 10 USB installation drive. We'll create Windows 10 installation USB using the tool downloaded previously, and then after we do that, we'll label the USB stick as Windows 10 because you don't want to confuse it with the Windows 11 installation USB. I'm going to show you how to create the Windows 10 installation USB now. So I'm going to create the Windows 10 installation USB just so we have it as a backup if something happened to your computer and you wanted to revert back to using Windows 10, you would have the USB stick ready to go. So back to my downloads where I downloaded applications previously. Downloads, media creation tool, 2022, second half of 2022. Yes, I already have the USB drive in the computer. Getting a few things ready. Your USB flash drive is ready. Going to create the Windows 11 USB and installation USB. So we're going to open Rufus. We're going to select Windows 11 ISO that we downloaded. We're going to select the USB stick to install it on. We're going to click install. Then there's a pop-up will appear, and you're going to remove all of the Windows 11 requirements. Then you're going to enter administrator username and create the Windows 11 installation USB, and then label the USB stick as Windows 11. I'm going to show you how to do that now. Yeah, so I'm going to make the Windows 11 installation USB drive now. So I'll go to downloads where I downloaded Rufus. Yes. I'll select the Windows 11 ISO from downloads. The rest of this information is correct. I will hit start button. I'll enable all these options except use Windows CA 2003 signed bootloaders. Requires a compatible target PC because your PC might not be compatible. But I've enabled remove requirements for 4 GB of RAM, secure boot, and TPM2. Remove requirement for online Microsoft account. I want to have an admin account. Same regional settings as this computer. Disable data collection. Yeah, disable BitLocker. Okay. So we're starting to make the USB drive now. USB created. Windows 11 USB installation USB created. Very good. Let me just check it here. See what it looks like. Very good. So I'm going to install Windows 11 now. I'm going to enter the BIOS and I'm going to boot from the Windows 11 USB stick that I'm just after creating. If you have to, you're going to have to enter the Windows 10 activation key that you recorded from your Windows 10 installation. I'm not going to have to because Windows 11 is going to be able to pick it up from the BIOS on this computer, so I don't have to. And then after that there, just continue the installation on until it's installed. So I'll show you that now. Yeah, I'm going to install Windows 11 now. So I'm going to reboot and then boot from the Windows 11 installation USB. So restart. And it's a Dell machine, so I need to hit F12 when it reboots. Boot from the USB drive. Select language, yes, next. Keyboard, next. Install Windows 11, agree, next. This is where it stopped the installation last time. Allowed me to proceed this time. So the minimum requirements needed have gone. Exact same installation that I had previously. So now I've got to be able to choose my partitions. So what I do, I delete the partitions. I delete the previous partitions. Delete partition of the first hard disk, which is disk 0. So delete partition. Delete partition. Delete partition. Disk 2 is the USB drive, so you don't touch that there. So disk 0. Then I say create partition. Files, that would be the maximum size. It takes a while. It takes a while for it to create the partitions. So don't be hitting any more buttons until it creates the partitions. I've done that. Shouldn't do it. See there, you had to wait, but it did show up in the end. And then, yes, you see here, this is the largest partition on disk 0, so that there is the partition that you would install Windows 11 on. So we hit next. Install Windows 11 Pro, keep nothing, install. See, it's installing now. I said you can't install Windows 11 on this computer. Well, no, you can. It's already installing. So I'm going to wait for this to install. So there's Windows 11 installed. They said it couldn't be installed, now it is installed. Yeah, so going to install Windows Updates next. Just go to Windows Updates, install updates, and then reboot as many times as required. Yes, we're just going to install the Windows Updates on our new Windows 11 installation. Let's go Start, Settings, Windows Updates tab on the left hand side, and up to the top right, check for updates. There's usually quite a lot of updates, even though we've got the latest build of Windows 11, there's still usually quite a few updates to put on it. Yeah, so going to restart Windows Updates now. Yeah, so when we're setting up the installation USB, you had to put it. You could put in your username, and I put it in as admin. I said to record the password that you're going to use. So now that the computer's rebooted, you're going to have to put in your password now. Don't forget your password, or else you'll have to reinstall Windows again. It was the two bottom ones I had to put in there. Let's go again, look if there's any more updates. Check for updates doing it itself. Preview update is available. Don't install preview updates in case there's something wrong with them. There could be bugs on them, which everybody else installs them. And then they can get the bugs. And then you install it after they fix the bugs. So we're going to install the drivers that I need to complete the installation. Any manufacturer device drivers required needed to be downloaded and installed, graphics cards, hard drives, printers, etc. So I'll show you how to do that now. Yeah, so I'm going to install the drivers needed to complete my Windows 11 installation. So go to the Start button and right click with the right click is the secondary button. I'll bring you up this list of options. Go to Device Manager. Any of the devices which have the yellow triangle beside them aren't installed correctly. From what I think is wrong, as these are Intel drivers that weren't installed. So, although it's a Dell machine, Dell only support this machine up to Windows 10, and then they don't provide any drivers then after that there. So I'm just going to go with the Intel drivers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Microsoft Edge. I'm going to type in the name of the computer, of the type of the computer, which is a Dell Optiplex 3040, small form factor. And then I'm going to say chipset. That's the chips. That's the set of chips that are used in it. And it says Intel H110 chipset. So I'm going to take Intel. I'm going to copy this. We'll go to the next tab. And I'm going to say Intel H110 chipset drivers. Bring me up the Intel drivers directly. I won't have to go through Dell to get them. So here they are. It's released recently, the 26th of September 2025. So can I get this? Can I download this? View details. Download. Accept the terms. Open file on top right. You're about to install the following product. Yes. Accept. Install. Now let me see. One's installed. They seem to all have installed properly. They seem to have all been installed. So restart now. That's another thing. Dell only support up to Windows 10 as well. Once you want up, Windows 11 wasn't meant to be installed on this computer, so they probably didn't support Windows 11 drivers on it, so they didn't list them on their website. So go to start, right click on start, go to device manager. Yeah, they're all installed. They would come up as not installed with a yellow triangle. All installed. I was right, they were Intel components. Monitors, device ID, Intel. So we didn't put that when the device is installed, it would have been listed under new categories. But anyway, it's as easy as that. Anyway, very good, very good. Good job. So just going to do the outro for this presentation. Now that you've installed Windows 11, you'll have to restore your backed up files. You'll have to reinstall any applications that you had installed on Windows 10. All my machines which don't meet Windows 11 requirements have worked fine for years. I've never had a problem with them. Only the TPM Trusted Platform module dependent functionality isn't available. I haven't had any problems ever. I don't need TPM. I don't ever use it. Like I'm going to use Linux more due to worry of further restrictions, because who knows, few years down the line what Microsoft will do. Can't guarantee that they'll support any computer anymore. So let me know if you install Windows 11 on your PC without minimum requirements. And I'll finish out the presentation now by just going to show that the health check application we used on Windows 10, it'll say that Windows 11 cannot be installed when it's running on Windows 11, like complete contradiction. So I'll finish off the presentation with that. So I'll finish out this presentation by showing that the PC Health Check app that we used on Windows 10 will literally say that we can't install Windows 11 even though we're actually running Windows 11. So what I'll do, I'll go to my USB stick where I backed up all my files we downloaded on the Windows 10 machine. The Health Check app here, I'll run it. So the big reveal, check now, can this computer that's running on Windows 11 run Windows 11? Check now. This PC doesn't currently meet Windows 11 system requirements, fails on the TPM and the processor. Big reveal. Not true, you can install Windows 11 on a computer that doesn't meet minimum requirements. So there it is. You can do it too. You don't have to throw out your computer. Please install. Goodbye, good luck.